Information coming in now that Daniel Dubois will be looking at other options. The timeline is not matching up. Anthony Joshua will not be ready in February, which is a good thing for him on his side. If I had to throw my 2 cents in, I don't think it'll be a good decision for him to turn right back around and fight in February. I think he needs a little grace period to kind of come down from just the high that he's had over the last couple of weeks and to basically get back to where he's able to build himself back up and kind of come into a new version of himself with this fight that basically can happen summer 2025 that Eddie Hearn is saying right now. Saying that the fight was possibly going to happen in February, but 2025 the summer. A lot of plans getting pushed back, a lot of these rematches. I'm not mad at the rematches happening as far as the fights. I mean, I like to see a good fight happen. I'm not really mad at that. I'm just talking about as far as the ages. We doing like the final countdown as far as how many fights Joshua has in his career. I feel like Joshua overall can have a long career. People get knocked out all the time in MMA. I've seen guys in MMA get knocked out 6, 7 times before. So a knockout is nothing to me. I think people should watch MMA a lot more or other sports to get in tune with knockouts being a normal thing in fighting. But you don't see that many 50-50 fights to the point where guys are challenging themselves to get in the ring with somebody that can knock them out. That's a lot of things that's not happening. Or it's always one-sided. Like I said, guys not getting in the ring with certain people. But Daniel Dubois, he has a lot of options. You know, you still have Cavalier. I'm hearing right now that Joseph Parker is the guy that can end up replacing Anthony Joshua in fighting Daniel Dubois in February. Basically, at this point, Joseph Parker has been a cleanup guy as far as being able to come in and fix situations as far as him fighting a Wilder or Anthony Joshua. A lot of these fights are very challenging. It's not easy to go in there and fight these guys, especially at the high level, with Joseph Parker not having a lot of experience in those areas, fighting those type of fighters, power punchers, guys that's big, strong, able to jab a long period of time at the heavyweight division. That's very hard to deal with. And so Joseph Parker is definitely a good candidate for this fight. I think he's a very good fighter. As I was saying earlier, I think he's a very, very good fighter. But at this time right now, I think he's a little rated a little too high in certain situations because he is coming off 2 wins over guys who had year layoffs and stuff like that. Even though he did win fair and squarely, I just don't want to overrate the win to the point where we have a situation like Joshua did against Dubois. Then a lot of people going to explain and say, oh, well, why did that happen in this situation or why that fight? Because Parker was supposed to fight Zane, but I guess that won't be happening now. Don't know why, because I felt like the Cavalier and Bacoli fight was happening because Zane wasn't really an option anymore. But for me to hear that he's still an option somehow, just not for that fight, it's kind of bad. You know, it's a lot of movement going around right now. But Daniel Dubois is doing an excellent job right now in the boxing game. He's showing everybody that it's a lot more talking than moving going on. And it's a lot of people talking. And Daniel Dubois, he doesn't want to be stuck on that side of the road as far as just a talker and somebody who's not backing up what he says. And I think Daniel Dubois is backing up a lot of different things that he's been saying over the last couple of years. And he's going to show these guys at 27 years old that he has a very good situation that he's going to be able to push forward in. And Queensberry is doing an excellent job. Frank Warren not really messing around right now. I'm impressed by what Frank Warren is doing. He's doing an excellent job. He's signing some new talent. I like the talent that Frank Warren's been signing. Been going over the last couple of years. The last year or so. The talent he's been signing is really, it's a good mix. Brandon Lee, Lugo, just got a lot of different names in there. Liam Cameron. I'm liking the fighters that he's coming in with, and it's gonna be a big challenge over the next couple of years. But with a guy like Daniel Dubois, he should be able to do some things to make a good impact.